I thought my brother was my hero, but one night, a dark truth tore my world apart. Are you ready to hear the story that changed everything? My name is Emma, and for most of my life, my big brother Michael was my hero. When I was 12, our parents died suddenly in a car crash, leaving us both broken and alone. Michael, barely 20 at the time, stepped up without hesitation. He gave up college, picked up 2 jobs, and swore he would never let me fall through the cracks. "You're gonna make something of yourself, kiddo," he used to tell me, ruffling my hair. He was my anchor, my whole world. For years, it was just the 2 of us. Hard years, but filled with love, laughter, and that unbreakable sibling bond. And then, Sarah entered our lives. At first, I liked Sarah. She was sweet, charming, always smiling. She made Michael happy, and after everything he sacrificed for me, he deserved happiness. But slowly, almost invisibly, things began to change. It started with small things. Whispers behind closed doors. Quick glances between them when I entered the room. Sarah suggesting maybe I should pay more rent or learn to be more independent. Michael, who once defended me against the world, began to hesitate. I told myself I was imagining it, that I was being selfish, until the day I checked my college savings account. The money Michael had worked so hard to put away for me, and found it almost empty. When I confronted Michael, Sarah jumped in before he could speak. "It's for her own good," she said sweetly. "She needs to grow up sometime." Michael looked away. He didn't defend me. That night, for the first time ever, I locked my bedroom door. As the months dragged on, things only got worse. I was working part-time at a diner just to afford textbooks, while doing almost all the housework. Sarah made sure every mistake I made, every late dish, every unpaid bill, was blamed squarely on me. Michael drifted further and further from me until he was more of a stranger than a brother. Still, I held on, because he was family. Because that's what you do for the people you love, right? Then came the night that shattered everything. My 21st birthday. A day I had dreamed would mark my freedom, my future. Michael came home drunk, reeking of whiskey and cheap anger. Sarah was behind him, smirking. "You're nothing but a burden," he slurred, his voice cracking, just like Dad. Useless, selfish. I stood there, frozen, heart in my throat, as he grabbed my few belongings and hurled them onto the front lawn. "Get out of my house," he roared. I begged him to listen, tried to tell him about Sarah, about the lies, about the stolen money. But he wasn't Michael anymore. At least, not the Michael I knew. That night, under the cold stars, with nothing but a trash bag of clothes and shattered dreams, I walked away. I spent the next few years rebuilding myself from the ground up. I slept on couches. I worked double shifts. I cried alone more nights than I can count. But piece by piece, I clawed my way forward. Today, I own a small bakery. Sweet beginnings, a little dream I turned into reality, with nothing but sheer stubbornness and a lot of burnt cookies along the way. I thought I had left the past behind me until last week. Michael showed up at my shop, older, thinner, sober. His eyes were red-rimmed and hollow. His hands trembled slightly as he handed me a letter, an apology, scrawled in ink and shame. Sarah had left him 6 months earlier, taking every penny with her. She had drained his accounts dry and abandoned him the moment he hit rock bottom. Michael, finally seeing the truth, checked himself into rehab. He's been clean for almost a year. He wants to make things right. He wants to be my brother again. I won't lie to you. Part of me wanted to slam the door in his face. Part of me wanted to scream all the hurt and betrayal back at him. But there was another part too, a smaller, quieter voice. The part that remembered a young man, barely more than a boy, working 2 jobs just to buy me school shoes. The brother who tucked me in at night when the nightmares came. Some betrayals cut so deep, they leave scars that never fade. But maybe some wounds deserve a chance to heal. We're taking it slow, one coffee, one conversation at a time. Because sometimes, the people who hurt us the most are the ones who need our forgiveness the most too. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It just makes way for a new beginning. Tap subscribe for more real stories about family, forgiveness, and second chances. Drop a comment if you've ever had to rebuild trust with someone you loved.